I'm attending my first NSA event, looking like Dolly Parton on steroids. I never met a sequin I didn't like. In fact, I'm convinced if I wasn't born a girl, I would definitely be a drag queen. NSA wasn't the all-inclusive association back then as it is today, and so when I showed up at that event, nobody really spoke to me. There were no first-timers receptions. There were no XL groups, XY groups, whatever groups those are. And nobody spoke to me because I was different. Not different because I had an accent or ethnic diversity or physical challenge, but different because I was flamboyant and I was outrageous and I didn't fit in. Well, I had a mother who always told me, you know, in a world when everyone's trying to fit in, it's really good to stand out. She told me and gave me permission it was okay to be me, and so that's all I ever knew how to be. So I walked around that convention looking at this new career, but there was one person who befriended me. She was the assistant at that time to another professional speaker, NFL referee, Jim Tunney, and her name was Nancy Hirsch. Nancy Hirsch befriended me, she encouraged me, she inspired me. And I left that convention thinking, I can do this. And as one of my idols, Cher, always said, I've always taken risks because I've never really worried what the world will think of me. Well, fast forward to the summer convention in Nashville, and about 3 weeks before the summer convention, an article came out in the Wall Street Journal, and I was the feature of the article. My name was in headlines with President Reagan. There was a dot matrix photo of me in the center of the front page of the Wall Street Journal. It was an article about speaking during the recession of the 1980s. And I asked the writer, I said, how did you find me? He said, well, I looked in the NSA directory, and you stood out. Thanks, Mom. Well, it was an article, and I bought every copy known to mankind. I came home, and my phone was ringing off the hook, and I really remember every single person who called me that morning, but I remember the first person who called. It was an NSA speaker that I'd never met. He called to introduce himself and to congratulate me. His name was Terry Brock. Thank you, Terry, wherever you are. Then it was Chuck Reeves and lots of other people that you know, but the afternoon was a little bit different. The afternoon, I started getting some emails from people that I didn't know who also judged me because I was different, and who actually wrote emails telling me that I didn't represent this wonderful profession. Some of those people aren't here tonight. Most of them are not here at all. And if you are here, who's laughing now, baby? I went to that convention too, and still nobody really talked to me, but they were talking about me. Well, I walked around that convention, and fast forward to today, to this wonderful, caring, sharing association that it's become, this all-inclusive, helping everyone association, and the people who've helped me that I'm so proud to know, 2 of them standing right here, and so many of others, the rest of you. But there's a lot of unsung heroes that you don't know about that also helped me to get here today, and I'm so proud and honored that 20 of them have flown from the East and West Coast to be with me tonight. And I want to take a moment to honor them if you would let me. And I want to reflect backwards because I kind of look at my life in quarters. When somebody once said, why quarters? I said, well, if it was third, I'd be in my last third. I didn't like the way that sounded. So if I look in quarters, I'm only in third quarter. And I chose to live in Chicago, Illinois. I've been involved with Vistage International, as you heard, for the last 18 years as a speaker, and I also chair 3 of these executive groups, and I love this organization. And I'm so honored tonight that I have with me past members of my group, current members of my Vistage group, 2 Vistage speakers, 1 Vistage chair, and a partridge in a pear tree. No. And they're here tonight, and they're sitting back there. Would you all just kind of wave so everybody knows where you are? Thank you. And I just want to thank them, particularly all of them, because you're the people who challenged me, and you are the people that sharpen my saw. And that's the one aspect that I love most about you, but I love all of you for who you are as individuals and how you've helped me get to this position today. Back to second quarter of my life, Westport, Connecticut, the core of my life, and actually one day in that era, which was the highlight of my life. October 12th, 1970, when I gave birth to my beautiful son, Jason, who's here tonight. No, I don't have enough time for that. Hold that. Jason, if you'd stand up, he hates this, and I promised I wouldn't, but I lied. Stand up, Jason. gave birth to you, I made a promise to myself that you were the reason to be, and you were my inspiration for living the life I've led, and I hope I am your inspiration for leading the life that you want. And I hope by being up here tonight, you can see that all your dreams do come true and you can achieve every goal you ever set out to. I love you, baby, to the moon and back. During that phase also, there are people here tonight in that 25-year period in Westport, Connecticut. My best friend Kathy, who's like a sister to me, and Tony and Nick and Mike and Vicki, all great friends of mine. Thank you so much for being here and for loving and supporting me during those 25 years of great times and many challenges. I love you all. And first quarter, New York City. The end of that era was going to college, and I'm proud to say that I have here tonight my 2 college roommates, 50-year friendships, and a man that I knew then who's back in my life now, a very special man, and the 3 of them are here tonight too. Thank you so much for being here. 7 years ago, Samantha Hoffman walked into my life. She holds the title in my company of Director of Everything, and she is everything. She's probably the greatest director anybody could want in their business, but she's also everything else to me. She's a friend, a confidant, an advisor, a shoulder to lean on, an ear to listen to. And Sam, I would never be up here tonight if it weren't for you, and I share this award with you in every single way. It'll just stay on my side of the office. When I got the call that I was getting this honor, there was only one person that popped into my head. And I spent months looking for her. And tonight, for the first time in 25 years, she's 81 years old. Please meet Nancy Hirsch. All of you meet your Nancy Hirsch during this convention that you have. And I like to say that in taking this award, I want to honor the uniqueness in all of you. And I want to encourage all of you to be different and to bring out that uniqueness and to be who you are. As another one of my idols, Dolly Parton, said, find out who you are and be that on purpose. I'm just another speaker like all of you, trying to change the world one sequin at a time. I leave you with 2 profound thoughts that I've learned along the way. Number 1, if you wear enough pretty lipstick, sparkly jewelry, and great shoes, no one will notice the size of your ass. You can be different and still make a difference. Thank you.
If you wear enough lipstick, there's the phrase that pays for tonight. All right. We have one more CPAE to award, and to award that, or to introduce that CPAE